This is me explaining the attachment for Computational Nightmares. If you take a look at my attachment, I want you to write the system in the middle of your paper. So you see where I wrote my three equations with the three unknowns. The first equation is 3x plus 2y minus z equals 8. And then I have the other two equations. Your first step is to pick two of the equations and eliminate one of the variables. So if you look at the attachment for my step number 1, the first two equations, you had 3x and negative 3x, so it was already set up for elimination. I eliminated the x and I was left with 6y plus 4z equals negative 6. Then you have to pick two other equations and eliminate the same variable. So I chose the second and the third equations. I multiplied the third equation by 3 so that the x could be eliminated again, and I did that where it says number 2. So after I multiplied the third equation by 3, I eliminated the x, and I was left with negative 5y plus 17z equals negative 56. So now I have two equations that have y and z in them, and that's where you go for number 3 on the attachment. I multiplied the first equation by 5 and the second equation by 6 so that the y could be eliminated. And that left me with 122z equals negative 366. I divided each side by 122 and I got z equals negative 3. That takes you to step number 4. Once I knew that z was equal to negative 3, I could substitute that in to the equations that just had y and z in them. So I substituted it into the negative 5y plus 17z equals negative 56. Since I knew z was negative 3, that allowed me to figure out y is equal to 1. That takes me to step number 5. Knowing that z is negative 3 and that y is equal to 1, I could use any of the three original equations. I chose to use the third one. I put in 1 for y and negative 3 for z, and I figured out that x was equal to 1. And then I wrote my solution, my ordered triple, at the bottom, and it was 1, comma, 1, comma, negative 3. So that's how you solve a system of equations with three unknowns. If that doesn't make sense to you, or you don't understand what the attachment in this recording is explaining, please come see me so I can help you out.